Michael, you're what do you do for a living?
I'm still trying to figure it out. Looking for work.
Yeah, time isn't an issue that you worry about, no? I was trying to get him off for you, Bill. I know he was making you nervous. I will say a couple of things that you said made me write down some notes as far as negotiating. And for those folks in the room who've ever called on IMCO, nobody in these tables, can anybody tell me what that is in the room? Where? What is it, Dick? That's the wallpaper in the IMCO conference room. So the way Bill negotiates with you, and I learned this the hard way as a 26-year-old, at Sempermed, putting a deal together with these guys. They bring me in, we're putting this deal together. At the time, NDC is our single largest customer, and Stover's running it. And I'm sitting in this room looking at this for about 20 minutes. It's like an acid trip. By the time I get done, I'm like, where the hell am I? I'm literally an hour and a half from Tampa. So Bill comes in, next thing I know, I'm leaving, and to Michael's exact point, I've given 10% on the back, and I don't know if I'm scared or about telling Billy Harris what I just gave IMCO, or telling Stover what that we gave IMCO, and that vein popping out in Stover's head as he explodes in the conference room in Nashville. I bring all that up simply to say that I actually called Mr. Stover because he wasn't coming, and Jimmy wanted me to give you and Yates a message. And Jimmy's message was, the industry really thought a long time that Bill and I didn't get along. And Stover's comment was, that's absolutely, maybe in the public eye, people would think that, and when we're competing, people would think that. He said, but I love Bill, and I really am thankful that he's in the Hall of Fame with me. And so he wanted you to know that, and he's sorry he couldn't be here tonight, but he absolutely wanted you to know that. So, moving right along, our next speaker. You guys maybe recently have seen on the Jimmy Fallon show this thing going on between Will Ferrell and the drummer from who? Who knows? Red Hot Chili Peppers. Where Will Ferrell claims he has an alter ego. And he's the drummer for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So Jimmy Fallon had a drum off. You're probably wondering, where in the hell is he going with that? Sorry, I just used a potty word, Brian. Which actually, I didn't say the disclosure for you, Michael, but you used penis, yank your train, and farts. Carver, you're looking good, buddy. Anyhow, I put this up because the next speaker that we have coming up has been, it blows my mind. I can't believe this hasn't been on Fallon either, but since 1972, he's been living as Tom Johnson, the lead guitarist for the Doobie Brothers. And so with that, I'd like to have my good friend Billy Sparks come up and roast. Hey, Bill, in case you didn't know, we are on a time deal. We got to pay for this place.
Hold on. All right. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. To my friend and mentor, Dwight Titus, who is at home watching. He's told me to get a haircut every time he sees me for 30 years. And Dwight, I got one 2 weeks ago. So, to John Moran, who I stepped in and spoke for last year at the last minute. This is what you looked like last year. And you were not funny. To Brian, Scotty, this is the last time I'm going to do this thing. I had a young guy come up to me earlier and ask me if I was Kits. Brian asked me, he said, try to be a little more serious this time about Bill and not try to have as much fun with it, because there were probably others that were going to go a little too far, and just take it easy, and that's what I'll do, Willie. I met Bill About 35 years ago, when I was a young, naive Welch Allen rep, 50% of that is still true. I know that Bill can be somewhat anxious at times, so I wanted to make you feel a little at home. Take it easy on you so you feel good about what's going to happen tonight, okay? Mark Seitz is not my friend. Most of the manufacturers here know that I called 44 manufacturers, and I wanted to get their take on what they thought about you, and they all responded. And there were 4 manufacturers that didn't do any business with EMCO, which is fine. There were 12 that said that you get the best pricing of anyone in the industry. So congratulations. 28 did not know who IMCO was. Okay. You know, I think there are a few of us that can fathom the hard work and dedication that it's taken for Bill to put his organization together. For him to be able to have an organization that has a med-surg division, long-term care, dental division, is amazing. He's got over 150 employees. He has a 300,000 square foot warehouse. Oh, whoops. And I'm a country music fan, but for those that don't know Bill very well, I'm going to try to give you a couple little insights, and you've already heard a little bit of this already, but I'm not a car guy. I mean, it's figure out how to put gas, and maybe change oil. Believe me, that's it. So I went down to see Bill probably about 3 years ago. We had a long meeting, and then we were going to go to dinner afterwards. So we go out to his car, and he says, this car's, 400 horsepower, overhead cam, dual exhaust. And I go, cool. And then he says, it's got reverse thrusters and hex bolts and, platinum carburetor and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I go, sweet. So I don't know what to really say or do at this time. I'm trying to think of something, and I got his business card kind of in my hand. And I glanced down, and I saw something that said, I thought it said degree in marital arts. And I'm thinking, okay, I can speak to this. I didn't know you could get a degree in it. And if you could, my partner Manny would have a doctorate, I'm sure. But luckily, I didn't have to show my ignorance that it said martial arts, and because we were at the restaurant in about 60 seconds, I would say, in these back streets. Bill, like you've heard already, is black belt, race car driver, stunt man, fighter pilot, Navy SEAL. He's climbed Everest twice. Most of you don't know, he was runner-up to the most interesting man for the Dos Equis commercial. I've always thought hard work trumps just about everything. And I think in this case, it's not your charming personality that's got you where you are, that's for sure. So, you've never been afraid of working hard. All your members think the world of you. You put on an unbelievable sales meeting every year. And those that have been there know that's the solid truth. You've got character, and you're kind of a colorful character at the same time. And what fun would it be, really, if everyone was like Yates and Sarin? I mean, what would we do? Bill, you've always treated me with respect and professionalism. I think everybody should raise their glasses right now to a friend, a visionary, this room, I think, has a great deal of respect for what you've done. So, cheers. I forgot my drink. Oh, excuse me. One other thing. Bill, this is my 3% check for the speaking fee.
At 3%, you definitely weren't looking at the wallpaper. It just dawned on me, you're about to be a grandfather. In any minute, right? And where's Deb? And Yates, I know where you are. Where's Deb? So the beautiful thing of that is anywhere in the next 48 to 24, 48 week, your new manager is going to be born into the world. So it's perfect.